Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Beverly. I do things planner related. And if you're new here, welcome to the hot mess. And if you're coming back, it's even hotter mess than usual. So today we're just going to do a Friday flip. I'm going to do a chatty what's changed and and a chatty of how my life is going and what happened this week. And it's been kind of a show. Anyway, so if that sounds good to you, stick around for the flip and the tea, my friends, the flip and the tea. So, I jumped into my teal. Let me go ahead and say I'm not happy with myself, but it is what it is. I was going to actually destash this planner, thought about it, and I was like, well, it's mine now. I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. It's ink. I think I had it in my purse, and I'm not sure what happened to it. So, it is what it is. That's why I don't baby my planners. I'd have been pissed if it was my Gilio, but it's not. So we'll get over it. This has been working as a wallet and a catch-all for me. I just cleaned it out. I cleaned out a bunch of papers. I still have some papers in the back I need to hold on to. And then I cleaned out a bunch of stuff that I wasn't going to use anymore. Some notes I'd taken. I'd revamped some things. So we'll talk about that. I love this picture. It's from Pinterest. I just had it printed on a 5x7 photo. My cards, some business cards that I need to hold on to. I was in my pocket earlier. I need to close it up. I was looking for stamps. I put this one here. It didn't quite go. I think this one, I love the way this one is in here. But I still wanted this here. And then I just put my vellum on the back. Hold it together. It's not attached. It's just there. This is still working. This is a trigger list from Plan with B. I went through it and marked a few things off, just things that I don't really need. And then I put a piece of paper behind it. I'm going to put like a personalized trigger list back here, like something for me, my stuff. So I'm going to write just a little personal trigger list. I'm keeping track of my sick leave and my annual leave. I have been off all week. Well, I worked Tuesday. My mom called me. She had fallen. No, she hadn't fallen. She had fallen through. So, here's part of the tea. I'm sitting down. She fell through. She had a rotten board apparently on her porch. Found it, by falling through it. Broke a piece of her foot off. It was sticking out the back. Ruptured her Achilles tendon. Had to have emergent surgery Tuesday night. We were in the hospital all day Wednesday. She did get to go home in the afternoon. Yesterday and today, it's been like home health appointments, follow-up appointments, all these things. She is going to be living with us for a couple of months. They're going to be in a hard cast she's going to be in a hard cast for a couple of months. Complete non-weight bearing. That means she can't put any weight on her foot. She looks like a flamingo. It's been a mess, but it is what it is. Luckily, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, obviously. So we're happy about that. Sorry, I'm just drinking some water. We're happy about that it is, just a couple of months. Like I said, it could have been worse. So we're ecstatic. But that means I had to change everything in my house. I had to order a ramp because I have me just sitting here not doing anything. I had to order a ramp because I have my living room is sunken with 2 steps. So I had to order a ramp for that so she could get in and out and wheel herself in a wheelchair. So that's what I've been doing. Today I'm having kind of a get your shit together day. I've gone through all my emails. I've gone through this. I've gone through all the things I needed to get done, kind of done some follow-up calls, all the things. So that's a little bit of tea. So now we have 6 adults, my 2 grandkids, and 4 dogs living in our house. So it's crowded, but that just means I have a lot of people to help me take care of her. So that's great. I work from home, so it's easy for me to do, or easier for me to do. So that's helpful. But anyways, that's a little life update. That's what I've been dealing with this week. So there you are. And to say all that, I may have pauses or days, like a week at a time. I might not be on here, but I'm going to try to do as much as I can. So just keep that in mind. All right. So this is going fine. My line a day has been going okay. Won't be doing any traveling for a while. First thing she asked was, we're supposed to go to Disney on spring break. I was like, Mom, if the surgeon clears you, I will push you around Disney in a month. My to-do, next time I'm at lists, I needed a new one, so I'm just going to put this here. Okay, so the first thing I changed was my to-do list at the front. It was sort of an inbox, but not really. I think an inbox is like where you put all your to-dos. Let me just make sure I'm still in frame. Yes, I am. Okay. So an inbox to me is something where you put all your to-dos and then sort them out later. I don't really do that. I do come here. I'm going to move the table for a minute. Okay. I do my inbox became like a project list. Anything that's really timed for me to do, it goes either in my weeklies or my monthlies, or I'll put it on my to-do for like in the future, like if it's in that quarter, my month is in here. So like if I knew I needed to do something in March, I would just flip to, that's my work March. I would just flip to my March to-do and put it on here. So yeah. So I broke these out. So I have a personal to-do list, a personal to buy, so things I want to buy for just myself, clothes to buy for myself, planner to buy, home to buy, car, truck needs to buy or services that are coming up that I need, project list, just some random projects, and then I left a couple of more in here. And then I put in some of this Moterm paper, and I have some project or some reference information that I just write down, and then I can cross it out as I need to. My mom's house, we're going to go around, because while she's living with us those two or 3 months, she lives like right around the corner for me. If you don't follow my Instagram, I talk about it all the time. She lives like around the corner, and my in-laws live around the other side of the corner. So we kind of live in between them. But anyway, so the couple of months that she lives with us, we're going to be going over to her house. I want to make sure that it's like wheelchair accessible in case she does end up, like in a wheelchair extended time, because they're like, even after the hard cast, she's going to be in probably a soft cast for like another 3 months. Like, she really mucked it up. So we're going to make sure that that's all taken care of. Yeah, so we're going to start doing that while she's here, so that when she goes home, she'll be safe. So, because she may need to, she doesn't do good hopping or non-weight bearing, and she doesn't do good on crutches. So if she's like lightweight bearing but wants to go home, I want to be able to ensure that she can get around her house well and everything. So maybe she can wheel herself around in the wheelchair if it's accessible. So, because she lives on a 1-story, so should be good. But I want to make sure everything's good for her to do that. So we'll start working on the house in the next couple of months. Then I just have some list paper. I can make lists. Some scratch paper I can make notes on. Some of this note paper I can make notes on and just throw out. This is my work section. These are my work months. I have a work to-do list. I have a recurring task list. I have my project list, some task management pages for like just short to-dos, like I'll write today and what I really need to do today, or if there's something that like I need to do, I can do. Then I got some reference information, and then for each meeting, I just come in here and I make a list of like notes for every meeting. And I cleaned out all my old ones and made sure that if I had any deliverables or info that needed to go to my computer or my to-do list, then they went there. But I cleaned them all out today. My quarterly to-dos is still there, weekly to-dos. I did fill this out, so this is kind of my future planning list. So it has things like taxes, Easter, when are my dog, I need to get my dog's meds just so I can plan it for the month. The dogs go to the vet this month. Spring break is this month. So holidays, birthdays, events, festivals that we go to. Order contacts to remind me to order my contacts because that's 6 months. Some renewals like my Sam's renewal. When I go to the eye, I need to call and make an eye doctor appointment that month. My mom's dog goes to the vet. My husband goes to the eye doctor. Tags, car tags, my Walmart renewal, stuff like that. So anything that could be coming up that I need to like plan for or whatever goes in here. Yeah, so I hope this will build. I did one of these last year. I referred to last year's because I kept it, and so I'll have this for next year. And yeah, I really, when I was looking through my past stuff, I really used this last year. So it started off as things that I did or we need to do, and then I would come in and fill in anything that I didn't really plan, but it did happen, and I may need to plan for next year. So, yeah. So that was helpful last year, and so it's going to be helpful again this year. I don't know why I didn't do it this year. I don't know what I was thinking. So my monthlies, they always are the same. Monthly to do, February is going fine. Okay, so these have been my February weeklies and dailies, and they have been going great. I gave Helen over at Productive Lab Co. kind of some feedback today because I've been using them for a couple of weeks now. I think I'm on my 3rd week of using them, so really good. So I'll give that feedback to y'all. This is kind of a review for that. So I love this. I don't particularly need the headings, and I wish they kind of just leave off the headings. Like I don't, that's fine. Even I like the sleep and everything. I like that. This is printed how she has it, so if I were to print it her way, this would be the front, this would be my weekly, the bill parts here, then to do, then the meal planner, that's her productive weekly, and then it goes into days. I prefer, I printed it different, so I have the front, the to-dos here, then it does the bills, then the weekly, then the meal planning. I would prefer to have like the front, the to-do. I'm sorry, you're going to hear my dog. She's ramming it around back there. I don't know. She decided I was making a video, and she's going to come rub herself on this carpet underneath me. I don't know. Then have the weekly, then have the bills and the meals behind that. That would be my preference. And then I don't really need work and personal, so I would either make one to-do or leave the headers off and people can make it what they want next week. I also would prefer this flipped just because you can write over here away from the rings and then only check boxes over here. If you got to be on the rings, I could just check boxes, but I can write away from the rings, if that makes sense. So I would like, I mean, that would be my preference. I didn't use the budget enough to really give it feedback. I will say she has like work, personal, budget. I don't need that. I don't know many people that do. So I would say leave the headers off again, you know, and you make it whatever you want. I love these weeklies. Loved them. Love these down here. I think she has these for like daily to-dos, but I just use them for categories of things to do. I really don't need a meal plan. A lot of people do. I personally would leave the headers off. People can make it what they want. They can make it into a meal plan and then, or not, or you can make it into something else, whatever. I'm not a big header fan. That is a running theme of a lot of inserts that I see. Like, yes, you can suggest that, but like leave the headers off. Not everybody has that. That's great. I would also love an undated version of this. Okay, dailies, I would flip these. Schedule over here with the time against the rings, so you can write, again, away from the rings. Inbox on this side. I love these. Again, I would leave the headers off, but I know this is part of her productivity package, so a lot of people use a system, but anyway. I love this. Again, I don't need the header. I would just leave it blank and people can make it what they want. But that was my feedback. But other than that, I mean, I just ignore the headers, used it how I wanted to. So it didn't bother me a whole bunch. This is just, she has a note section on the back. I just put my tarot for the week here. And I think people use it different ways. But anyway, I still don't think she has these up. I think she was testing them. She gave them to other people to test. So, yeah. But anyway, I really love these. Very productive. I like this layout. I would change a few things. But again, that's just the way my brain works. But anyway, I still have next week in here. So we'll use that. And the dailies. And the reason I like undated is because I would print a lot of them at one time. And then the dailies, I definitely would print a bunch. Yeah. So, because if I'm going to have to print my dailies, I don't normally print dailies. I usually use 2 blank pieces of paper, like just Stalogy paper or Tomo River paper for my dailies, just blank, and make it what I want. So, which I'm welcome to do. My feedback means nothing. I mean, it does, but like, that's what she asked for, but like, everybody uses it different. So you can't make everybody happy. But anyway, March to do, I got to start filling that out. I think when I set up this weekend, I will probably take out January, maybe leave in February and start putting in like April, May, June, put in the next quarter because I'm at the end of this quarter, so I can start planning forward, start filling those out somewhere either like in the beginning of March or middle March. I'll start filling out the next quarter. I put my budget stuff in here. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to do. That should be all planned out. I should be good with there. So I'll do that this weekend, set up for March. My adulting list, I'm going to go back to at the beginning of the month, going through here, figuring out when I need to do my things, start putting my flags back on them. yeah. And I'm going to start using my habit flags again. So those are going to go back in here weekly. So that's going to be good. Yeah. So my adulting list. So I did a frequency buy. So like laundry detergent, laundry softener, paper plates, paper towels, toilet paper, aluminum trays that I buy for baking, trash bags, various Ziploc bags, Dawn dish detergent, dryer sheets. So I went back and looked, and I don't order them more than once a month for sure. So I just put the price on how much I paid. So, oh, and I need to, like, this was 2 of them. And dryer sheets in November. No, hold on. Dawn's the big bottle. I don't know. Yeah. So, I just wanted to write down, like, paper plates, how many there were. It's 300 of them. So, and how much I paid. Paper towels, toilet paper usually come in the same, because I buy the same thing over and over again. So I know that. Here I bought laundry detergent, but I bought 2 of them. That's why it was that amount of money. So just to keep track and see how things are going, what it's costing me. Recipes to try, trigger list for different stores. My books is working out. I'm going to try to read a book today and relax. After I do this flip, this is my authors list, my already bought list, Audible list. Social media, I think I'm going to go back and put in what I actually did, and then keep track of it that way, not plan it out, because I'm not good at planning it out, not at all. But I can keep track of what I did, and kind of, I might do like, draw a line here and put like title and then views, so I can see what y'all are liking, so I can do more of that. If you want to see anything, let me know. I always take suggestions. Oh, home supply tracker, I did that. Trigger list, I put that in there. Clear out the pockets and deco, did that. Time blocking, I don't have enough really going on that I need to time block. I just don't think that's going to be a thing for me. Some planner ideas that I can do, my stickers. All right, so I kept my steps. I was going to put it in like a graph form, but honestly, this is fine, and I didn't feel like doing that, so we're not going to do that. Low buy stuff, low buy rules. This is my order, like this is stuff that I bought on my no buy list or low buy list. Yeah, so this is stuff that I bought that I'm really not supposed to be buying a bunch of. And then this is going to be just general orders, like things that I ordered. So not groceries, not things for my house. Well, I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but like not groceries, not those kind of things. So we're going to see. I'm going to see how that ends up being. Capsule wardrobe, outfit. I still got to update that. Damn. I need to come and update this too. I did not do this. Probably print out the March one. I need to see if the March one's out. And then go from there. Maybe I'll start in March. This is still working. And I stuck all my budget stuff in back here. So I think I figured out my budget. I'll talk about there during my March setup, but I'm pretty sure I've figured out how I'm going to do my budget. Yeah, so, but I'll go over that in March. And then that's it. I have stuff in the back from the hospital and stuff I need to take to her doctor's appointments that she has over the next week or so. Yeah, she's got to follow up with the surgeon. She's got to see her main doctor, all the things. Yeah, so that's it. That's what this week has been. It's been crazy, but is what it is. So, yeah, if you have any questions, oh, I can go through what I took out, kind of. Some people like to see that. So notes, just notes. These are my goals and rewards. I'm not doing them for February, so I might as well take them out. I'm going to try again in March. Some info, what to keep, what worked, what didn't, that I had from February. Didn't really keep up with that anyway. This was my budget, separate budget thing. Instead of just having a reference, I had a reference one in the back and then a budget one. I just combined them so that I didn't need that. Just more notes pages, FEMA things that I don't need to keep up with. Those are just empty inserts that I can put up. I didn't mean for them to be in here. This meal thing will go in my hold on to sidekick planner until I figure out if I'm going to keep it or not. Keto info will go in my sidekick planner in case I need it again for reference. This is just an empty one of these, an empty one of these, empty one of these. Okay, so the no buy, I'm going to do something different in March. So I went ahead and took that out, but I'm going to keep it just in case. My check off, I'm going to do something different in March. And this week and next is just a wash, so I'm not worried about it. But I'm going to keep it just in case I decide to go back to it. I took out a couple of these just because I didn't need that many. I had a bunch of these. I don't need that many. I'm just going to put them back in my blank insert holder thing. I took out, this is going to sit on my work desk, so if I need them, I can refill them for notes and work. So these are actually going to just stay out on my desk, so I have them. A quote that I can get rid of, I don't really need that. I went through my inbox and cleaned it out and divided it up, so I don't need that. Notes I made while in the hospital, didn't need that. Some budget info, I do need that. I need to do something with that. Okay. Again, notes I made in the hospital, so I don't need those. Notes I made for calls and budgeting, I don't need those. Reference notes, I don't need anymore. This was how I was going to keep track of like my household buys, but I don't like the fold out, so I did it the other way. I'll just throw that away. This is just notes I took for work. These are all work notes, so I'm just going to toss those. This is how I was going to keep my steps. I was going to put the steps over to the left and graph it out. Too much damn work. The other way works. That was too much. And then some budget notes that I don't need. So all of that will go in the trash. I'll save this in case I need it. But all of that will go in the trash because it's all stuff I don't need anymore. And like I said, this will just go back in my blank insert holder folder thing. So that's that. This will go in my side quests, and I need to do something with that. So I'm going to stick it back here. Okay, so that's cleaned out, but she still be chunky. I had March in here because, like I said, I figured out what I wanted to do with March, and I was just like seeing how it would work, and that was extra chunky. So yeah. So this weekend will be a February clean out, a March setup, and I will probably go ahead and just set up next week, and I'll just show you because it's not really going to change. Yeah. So if you have any questions, put them down below. And until next time, y'all, bye.